What happened with that? It was a cute little place.
Yeah, it's a cute little place. There's no bathroom and
yeah.
Okay, whatever you do to just get your refrigerator.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't grab the door. You ready?
Yeah. 444 Cole, C-O-L-E, Road, Sarver, PA. And then when you make a...
It's the first one this year, so it's okay. You know, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you have to get into the routine of it, you know?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I'll hold it up. Spin it all the way around. Go back. Hey, Zach, come grab the thing. Is that all wide on enough?
No, it's got to go wider. You got to pull the pin though, I think.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Well, that was dumb.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that was dumb. There. Let's go as high as we can.
Finishing touches on. Perfect.
Clear your way out.
Radish potato sticks, and then we have the red leaf, and then we mix the strawberry rhubarb vinaigrette with the spelt, melted green onion. Oh man, we've been prepping a lot. Wow, it's crazy going over the menu. We've still got a lot to do.
So we've still got a lot to do.
Oh.
You're not worried about?
I don't think we really need one.
Alright, next. Figure eight.
1983, my husband and I purchased the farm, and we raised our 4 children here. We started out raising beef cattle in the traditional manner, and as we researched raising cattle, we learned more and more about the grass-fed movement, and we felt it was more natural to us. It just seemed the right way to raise cattle, and so we raise American Hereford cattle, and we've raised cattle for 30 years, and we also ventured into raising sheep, and we've also, like I said, we raised cattle, sheep, cats, kids, and horses. We raised them all. Since my husband's death, my children wanted me to keep the farm. And so I said, okay, we have to become more profitable. So we've been marketing our grass-fed beef more seriously, and we also diversified into raising pastured poultry. And in 2010, my son was married here on the farm, and we're now evolving into hosting weddings and special events. And I've always wanted to have like special dinner, farm type dinners here on the farm, but I was always so busy working on the farm that I never had time to pull it all together. And when Jacob Maines contacted me, it was just the perfect union. He was the missing link to what I wanted to do. What we enjoy is also bringing the consumer to the farm so that they can see where their meat is coming from. I'm constantly amazed at how many people don't realize where their meat comes from. They're so used to going to the local grocery store and getting it year-round, and they have no idea how it's raised, where it comes from, or even what the cuts are. Then they come here to the farm and they get to see the herd, they get to see the flocks of chickens, and they get to see how we raise it. And so they have a little more confidence in what they're taking home and putting on their table for their family.
We started the dinner series. Last year was our first year. We did 10. This year we did 18. The response from the public has been amazing. We're just really lucky to have so many different talented chefs involved and doing such different interesting things with locally sourced produce from the farm, and meats and cheeses that are also sourced locally. It brings people to the farm so they see the environment that the food is grown, not only the food that they're eating tonight, but the food that they might experience at these restaurants that we're partnered with or at markets or things like that. And it's great to have a lot of the servers and the staff that works the dinners are also involved with the farm, so they can tell people, oh, you know, those pool beans that you're eating were harvested from over there 2 days ago, and your raspberries came from over there. And so it becomes a very intimate experience. I think the term farm to table has become a buzzword that we're actually pretty disconnected from. So our mission is to really close the gap between the farm and the table, and we're doing that here directly. And also being able to bring these other chefs in adds an entirely new element because they're exposed to locally sourced products that are prepared in completely and totally different and innovative ways. The food scene in Pittsburgh, I think, is amazing and is just growing exponentially by the day, practically. We have a lot of amazing new restaurants opening up. There's a lot of restaurants that have been here for a while that are seeing a resurgence. And, you know, the restaurants that I partner with, anywhere from Dish Osteria to big burrito restaurants like Casbah and Soba, kind of run the spectrum of restaurants that I think that people don't normally associate those restaurants with, all of them with sourcing local products. And we're picking up more and more restaurants all the time, which is wonderful. And you know, Churchview is small, so we partner with just a select number of chefs because I love having, as opposed to sending out a list that I broadcast to a bunch of restaurants, I love having that personal relationship with the chefs. So they can say, for example, hey, I love those Chinese red noodle beans that you grew last year. I would love for you to grow those again for me. And just getting feedback from them and having that relationship is really positive, and I think one of the special things about having a small farm and having those relationships. And what are these again?
Yeah, and there's
Kind of do that. It's like a heaping spoonful.
Yeah, I figured it's nice and thick. It should stick to everything pretty well. And there's a little water on the beans. Should be good. Done that once or twice before.
Possibly so.
Seems to be going a lot better without Mike going, that's for sure.
So you want to grab that other small bowl so we can start from opposite ends here real quick?
Yes.
Get it all tossed. So it's going to be hard to plate small, but and we can kind of just build like so, and then and just that's the protocol right there. So everything with arugula and an egg down here? Or no egg. We have one that's no egg, right?
Yeah, I got down on the end there, Chris.
Yeah, I got one more down here.
Yeah. So let's
I got no egg person down here, I guess.
I got stuck in eggland and then all of a sudden, boom. Good news is we don't have to sweep the floor.
perfect. Potato funnel.
Take the gas out so it doesn't. The gas doesn't go off.
Yeah, we actually caught one of them on fire at work the other day. Yeah, it was good. It was fun. It worked out.
Yeah, I had one. We'd explain to the. Coming in hot.
Wine is a red from Campania in Italy.
actually Piedmonte is the grape, actually.
When you are sourcing local produce, I know in my farm in particular, we emphasize we don't have a very large space, so my emphasis is on more rare and unusual heirloom varieties. We do 115 varieties of heirloom tomatoes and 60 varieties of sweet and hot peppers, and we grow things like lychee tomatoes and punakara cucumbers and things that are a little bit more unusual. But also the way that I farm in particular is very hands-on. It's very labor-intensive, so it is a struggle sometimes financially, and I do the best I can to make that accessible to the general population and to the restaurants, but there's a fine line there. It's a tough balance to reach, and I think the restaurants have similar struggles. As chefs, especially in particular, are using more locally produced, organic, fresh ingredients, there is less manipulation required, and one of the things that I love that I notice a lot of my chefs do is the meals that they prepare and they serve in their restaurants are very simple. They start with really good quality ingredients, and you don't have to do a lot to them to make them delicious. It's not like every meal involves 15 to 20 different ingredients. When you're starting out with really good food, you don't have to do a lot to it.
Yeah, you can do too. You can? Yeah.
The crispy kale first?
It doesn't matter. You can just follow behind me at this point with the kale. Anthony, you want a black garlic?
Yep.
Make sure we're letting people know that the pepper slaw on top is fiery.
Don't breathe it in.
Yeah, it is gnarly.
It is not friendly. Good now.
Yeah. Just make sure we let people know peppers are spicy.
I don't care about this.
That's a Russian River Papiano. Okay. Petit Syrah. Perfect. Ooh. Yeah, so.
I think we're well beyond that at this point.
Best of review, Anthony.
I really enjoyed it while I was here, and then I broke it.
We're gonna have a lot more room
Perfect.
to load up stuff in the car.
Looking good. Oh, one more.
One more?
Nope, she got it. We're good.
Okay.
Oh, this one is 4.
Oh man,
Oils and all.
someone's playing favorite.
Done.
And this is 38.
This is, I think there's more than 30. I think there is 40. Ooh,
I think there's 39.
and then 39.
Get another.
Right.
We
giraffe.
have lemon San Pellegrino, orange San Pellegrino.
Oh, I like a little lemon San Pelli.
You want the lemon?
Yeah.
Did I detect a slight floral note in the tapioca?
Is that true?
Hand sanitizer from the Porta John.
So
And,
what
definitely
Chris
lemon.
wants us to do is to pour kind of table
There's one right here.
We're close.
Sake, so
We're
there's a little
close.
raspberry puree and some raspberries in here. We got sake in these guys. Okay.
Maybe you guys can divide.